Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's about 5:40 on 6/30, 2014, and we're going to take a look at what happened in the S&P today. After I remind you that the website in this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. And I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. And let's take a look. Okay, the first thing I want to say doesn't relate to the chart. This week, I don't know what my schedule is going to be. My 16-year-old son ended up going into the hospital last night. So we're dealing with something going on with his digestive system. And so what this week holds is a total mystery to me. So be patient. I'll do what I can. More than likely, it's my wife who will be staying with him most of the time, but no guarantees. Okay, today, we're flat. Just really went sideways, but something kind of interesting to note. And even though we're really not assured that we're going to bounce at 1958, it is interesting. If we grab hold of this little line right here and pull it down, it is interesting that we did not violate that line today. Additionally, if we take this line, make a parallel line, and slide it up here, it's kind of interesting that we did not get over that line today. So I'm just putting these on the chart now because in the short term we have 1, 2 for sure short-term support areas on this line, possibly a third. As far as resistance goes, again, very, very short term. We're talking about you get into a 10-minute chart and this no longer really matters. Or for sure on a 30-minute. Maybe we're in a little channel and these are the channel lines. Again, no guarantees. This is just an observation. We are still above this line, however, which tells me that our little move above this on Friday of last week was not a fluke. Are we technically above this line? No. When I say technically, I mean we are not above this line by 1%. Not yet. If we were to come up to 1970 and then we see that this line tomorrow is under 1950, at that point, then I would say yes, we are now at least 1% above this line. Therefore, we are technically significantly above that line. If we zoom out on a 30-minute chart, really, I added a couple of new lines. I made them gray. We're going to maybe at some point turn these over into something more important. Not quite yet. I think this top one maybe is ready. Maybe that could be considered more important already, but not yet. If this ends up being a significant bottom, and when I say significant, I mean to the point to where we get on up to, let's say, the 1970s, then I believe we would turn this line into something that we would expect a little bit more significance out of. Not quite yet. So guys, really, where we are is we're just kind of in a middle ground, if you will. We broke underneath this support line, and you can see we reacted to that fairly substantially with that day where we had about a, what was that? About a 16, see, 61 down to 45, yeah, about a 16, 17 point swing right on the open, but then a nice rebound, and we actually surpassed that level for much of the day today, but could not hold on to that. We close at 1960. Maybe this is a channel. So as far as the chart goes, it's looking to me like we're kind of in middle ground, with every line underneath us being a good area to expect some support, and every line above us an area to expect some resistance. But since we are on this line right here, it'll just be curious to see if we get some strength tomorrow, and if we can get back into the upper 1960s. If so, then I think this may, identifying this as a channel may end up being a legitimate endeavor. So guys, I think it's pretty cut and dried at this point. I don't believe there's anything of great significance that everything here in the chart is pretty minor at this point. And I remind you, we still have a target of 1990. So let's see if we meet that target. Right now, all I'm doing is really, I think, with these 3 and 5 minute charts, we're just trying to figure out what's that path gonna look like. But we do have a 1990 target. I'm keeping that in mind as we go forward. So folks, thanks for watching, and I gotta call my wife, see how my son is doing. And like I said, this week may be a little touch and go, because we may be looking at an operation or a procedure of some type. I just don't know. So guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for your support.